This is Ciaran Gibbons speaking to the new British middleweight champion, Liam Williams. Liam, your last fight, an amazing performance. You've had a bit of time to reflect on it now. What's your thoughts on the night?
I thought it was a very good performance. I was happy with the way it performed, but it seemed to be quite a shock to some people, and but I wasn't shocked by the way it performed because I knew what I had done in the gym. Excuse me, and the certain things we'd worked on, and you know, whatever. So I was always confident in the work I'd done behind the scenes, and I was confident that was going to show on the night, which it did.
Did you have a set game plan going into the fight? Because it seemed a very controlled performance by you.
There weren't so much as a set game plan. There was always outlines of what I was going to do. But he said, you know, you could go in and after a round, he could bring something different, so you have to just listen to me carefully, and that's exactly what I did. I think I probably listened the best I ever have in the corner, you know, and that's because of it's just the respect between me and Dom. I keep going back to Gary all the time because, like, I found me and him got very pally, and sometimes you know, I kind of went away from listening to him so much and, you know, sticking to game plans and stuff. So I think with me and Dom now, we got that mutual respect, fighter and trainer, and I have to listen to him, as simple as that. And if I don't want to listen to him, well, on your bike, you know.
There was one particular round, I think, towards the middle where you seemed to lose your composure a little bit and lose your temper towards the end of the round, and Dominic seemed to read you the riot act in between the rounds. Yeah,
he did. Yeah, there was one point where I was just like, you know, we had a couple of rounds, this tip tap, something I wanted to go in a little bit, but yeah, I went back to the corner and, you know, he gave me a bit of a telling off, and yeah, it was, you know, I was straight back to it because I was very focused, and for this fight, for this whole camp, I was rejuvenated, and I wanted to learn again. I wanted to be the best version of me, you know. So everything I got told to do, I listened to, and obviously it paid off for me.
I mean, going into the fight, HEFRON had a massive reputation as a big puncher. I spoke to a lot of people I know in English boxing who'd followed his amateur career as well, and they were telling me about a hard hitter he was. Did you feel his power? Was his power anything different from what you felt in the past?
He was heavy-handed, war I get with, but, you know, without being like smug or whatever, I don't think I probably only got hit a handful of times. He like, you know, with solid shots, took a few on the gloves and whatever, and he felt heavy-handed, but there was only one shot which he hurt me with, and he didn't hurt me as in like wobble me or buzz me or anything. It was like I got hit with a left hook, and honestly, I thought the right side of my face, I thought he broke my jaw or something. It was quite painful, but surprising, because when I got out to the fight, there was nothing there. It was just that sharp pain when I first got it, you know, and they weren't the nicest, but it's boxing, and it's, you know, you're going to get hurt sometimes.
And of course, this fight was at middleweight. You've campaigned for most of your career at light middle or super welter, whatever you want to call it. Did you feel the extra half a stone? Did it feel different too in the clinches, in the fight, and I suppose in getting ready for the fight as well, the extra half a stone you had to play with?
Yeah, so I've always been pretty like dedicated to my diet and stuff, but you know, that last like maybe 3 weeks when you really start thinking like it's getting tight now. My weight is getting very tight, and you know, I got a lot to get off, but I did have none of that. I actually woke up on the morning of the weigh and smack on weight, like I was bang on 11 stone 6, no rounds over. So it was perfect. I was fresh. I was like, you ask anybody who was around me 2 weeks ago, and they said like, I've never ever seen you like that, because I was happy, obviously, in the new environment I'm in for a start. The weight, like I weren't too grumpy or nasty as I normally am, but I think it worked for me massively. But again, like, I'm quite happy to go back down as well, because I woke up on the morning of the weigh-in lighter than I normally wake up when I'm making light middle, so it would have been easier than normal anyway. So we'll see what's on the table and what they got to offer me.
You touched on how you got too friendly with your previous trainer, Guy Lockett. How difficult the decision was that for you to basically up sticks? Obviously, you've got a young daughter here in South Wales.
Yeah.
But to leave your long-term trainer, Guy Lockett, and move training camps, how difficult a decision?
It was very difficult. I was thinking about it for weeks, to be honest with you, and I just couldn't bring myself to say, like, Guy, I'm going to go, because I knew that he'd be upset, and it was upsetting for me as well, because we've basically been together from the start, and the hardest thing for me of all was knowing that I'd have to go away 5 days a week. I have to leave my little girl, and my girlfriend, family, my nephews, I'm quite close to them all, so that was the most difficult thing for me. But I just thought, I got a couple of big years left, so let's make the most of them. I don't want to look back in 5, 6, 7 years and be like, I should have done it sooner, or I could have done better. So here we are, and I think it was the best move I made. And
I think it's worth pointing out as well that you and Gary, you split on good terms. You're still friendly. You still go for a coffee now and then.
Yeah, very friendly. We still speak regular. I actually haven't spoken to him for a week or so, but normally we're in contact a little bit more. I actually just seen his boy in Nando's now. I was speaking to Jack, and I asked him how he was. He said he's all good. So, but yeah, we're still very friendly. It's nice to keep in contact, because we won together, we lost together, went through a lot of difficult times, so I think that only brought us closer.
And I suppose some of those difficult times you spoke about, the two Smith fights in particular. The first fight was a fight that you seemed to be winning, and then you were very badly cut.
Yeah.
And then the second fight, you didn't really. What's your recollection of the second fight in your own words?
I don't think, for a start, he came, I bet he was a little bit more prepared knowing how the first fight went. But if I turned up like I had the first fight, I think I would still outbox him, beat him fairly easy anyway. The downfall for me was the fact that I think after the first one, I just weren't quite as motivated. I got paid good money. Not just that, after the first fight, I obviously got paid good money, which I needed the second fight to get me up for it, but saying that, I didn't really have that buzz, which I wanted to go and prove a point, because, I just lost my interest, to be honest with you, and I obviously didn't want that to carry on, just because you've earned a couple of quid, or I've already won a British title, I've won a Commonwealth title, I only want to be involved in it if I believe I can reach the top, and there's goals there for me to reach. So, I went around the block a little bit there, but basically I just weren't as motivated as I should have been, and I was cheating here and there a little bit. But so now I'm up with Dom, I'm living on my own in a flat, I got my own place. There's nothing in the fridge other than my meals, which is supposed to be in the fridge, and if I ate 2 now where I'm only meant to eat 1, I'm a meal short tomorrow, so I'm not going to do that. But just little things like that, I'm training, I'm coming straight back to the flat, feet up, watching telly, little things, but which have made big percentages, I believe.
With the Smith fight, the second fight in particular, do you look back at that fight with regret, or do you look at it as something you can learn from and improve on as a fighter?
Obviously, I'm gutted that I lost the fight, but I honestly believe it was a blessing for me, because it gave me a kick up the arse, and I realised that losing weren't for me. I didn't want to be a loser, So I got back on my horse and just started plugging away again, and here I am. I've just won a nice big fight, British title, a second weight. So I'm ready for the big ones, and hopefully they might be able to get me a quick turnover defence against someone pretty good. So it gives me a chance to win the British title outright, which I've never really been interested in doing. But now I'm so close, and then reaching distance, just one more notch on the belt. It'd be quite stupid to let it go, really.
The Ingles have built up a reputation in British boxing over 20, 30 years of success. and they've also got a reputation within boxing of their unique training styles and the unique training methods. I mean, how much of a change was it for you when you moved to train with Dom and the guys in Sheffield?
At first, it was very difficult because the way they do the training and they pads, and it's very different. You've obviously seen Ingle's pad work. You know, it's constant or jab, and he doesn't say certain combinations. He's like, they all have their own numbers, so you have to keep switched on all the time, thinking of all different shots, which is like quite difficult. And obviously, it's going switching a little bit and stuff. I didn't use any of that in my last fight. I think it was more of a thing last time, whereas I think I just had to stick to what I knew and keep to the basics, because it was going to be a difficult fight. So maybe in the near future you might see a little bit of that come out of me in fights. You probably will, but you get all that kind of switch it and stuff, and they do the lines like with the shadow box and drills and stuff. It's very good. It keeps. I found like you might find yourself in a sticky situation in sparring or fight, and say you throw a shot and you fall off balance, like you've been there before because you're switching anyway, so you know the shots to throw. And yeah, it's just one of them. Like Dom's just an absolute, he's a scientist. He just knows it inside out, and I never realised how much he did know until I actually went with him. He spent proper time with me, you know. But he really is a scientist. He knows it like a back of his hand, you know. Another
thing the Sheffield gym is unique for, I think, is body sparring, which you don't tend to get in many other gyms, where they just exclusively hit the body as opposed to the head. I mean, how did you adjust to that? 'Cause I remember watching you in some pretty tough sparring sessions in Gary's gym.
Yeah.
So how did you adjust to the body spar, or is it something you've done since you've been there?
It's something I've done bits of before, even when I was training in Cardiff, but no, up there is a regular thing, like most days. I do bits and bobs, but to be honest with you, I try and avoid quite a lot of it. Like the other boys are more than happy to go in and do it every day. But as you know, I've had trouble with my hands in the past, and right now they're feeling good. So the last thing I want to do is start punching elbows and arms, you know, because that's how I started my hand injury in the first place, hitting somebody on the elbow. And it's just always a bit of a fright to me to think, like, I don't want to go back down that road of injuries and operations. So I got to do bits of it. I can't be the special one and say, like, you know, I'm not doing this, sorry. But it's definitely very good conditioning for your body, 100%.
With your needs, with your hand problems in the past, is Dominic willing to accommodate your particular style, your particular needs?
Yeah, he's very good at that, to be honest with you. When you see Dom round the circuit, like as in the shows and the gyms, he seems very much like Gary, I suppose. A lot of people seem to think Gary's a very, very serious character. Dom is like, he is serious and he's professional, but he's actually good fun as well, and he's very caring. Like every time, most days, you say I leave the gym, and like he can see there's something on my mind, or he can see maybe I got a little bit of an injury hanging over me. He's always the first one to text me as soon as I leave the gym. Text me, you know, throughout the night to make sure everything's good. So yeah, he accommodates for what I need, and you know he understands that. In the gym, when we're in the gym, it's his way or the highway, like he's the boss. But when it comes to injuries, he obviously understands. As I said to you, he knows the game inside out, and he knows that if I got bad hands, I'm whacking people around the body and hitting them on the elbows, it's not going to do me any favours. So he's not dull. He knows that, and he kind of switches things up a little bit to work for me best.
I mean, in the Ingle gym as well, you seem to have a great camaraderie with your fellow boxers, guys like Billy Joe Saunders, Kid Galahad, to name two. I know Kell Brook was in the gym. I'm not sure his situation at the moment, but I mean, you got great guys around you, world-class fighters. I mean, how important is that to you as well in your progression?
Yeah, it's very good because, as I probably said to you before, when I was before leaving Cardiff, I was pretty much alone in the gym because you had Alex, who's very good friend of mine who's class, as you know as well, very good fighter. He had a bad eye injury and needed operations and whatnot. You had like Chris Jenkins didn't know what he was doing, he just lost, he had a bad cut, injuries, a few people were injured, and it was difficult for me turning up to the gym and really digging in, you know, because if I'm honest with you, I weren't enjoying it. And sometimes if you've got them friends around you, and you're having a bit of a laugh and they drag you on a bit, and you can start to enjoy it a bit more. But there was none of that. I think my time was just up, and at the end I knew it was up, and I thought, like, now's the time to make a move. If I upset people, then I upset people, but you know, I didn't want to, but I had to make the move.
What's Billy Joe Saunders like in the gym? He's got a bit of a reputation as a bit of a joker, a bit of a likes to, well, act the goat, play the clown a little bit.
He's very, very nice guy, Billy, and you'd be surprised that, I know you won't believe it, because as you said, he acts a goat. He's a bit mental, like, but he's class, like, he's very, but he's on art to goal, and he'll literally do anything for you to help you. Never see anybody go without, or yeah. So as I say, he's always good fun, and he's having a laugh and a joke, but he's really top guy, and when he's training, he never messes about. You know, he digs in, and he knows the game he's involved in is a tough one, and he's got to be prepared.
Obviously, Billy was the WBO middleweight champion. I presume you sparred with Billy. I mean, how tough is he in sparring with his skills? Yeah,
to be honest, we've done a fair bit of sparring while I've been there, and I actually surprised myself with how well I done, because obviously with him being a middleweight, me naturally a light middleweight, I thought he was probably going to be a bit too big, and he's just very good. Billy Joe can come into the gym like fat, out of shape, 14 and a half stone, and he's playing with people, he's making them look like fools, and I'm just like, how do you do that kind of shit, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, so when we're both in shape, I'll have a good spar with him, very good spar, but going back to like him coming in out of shape, and he's schooling very good fighters, I mean, I'm just like, how is that even possible? So you can imagine him when he's down at 11 and a half stone, so he's pretty much untouchable.
As you mentioned there, your natural weight is like middleweight.
Yeah.
So you only really moved up to middleweight because your fight sort of fell through, and this opportunity came around for the British middleweight title. Yeah. Where do you see a future? Which division, or are you willing to take fights in both divisions if the money's right?
I'm going to take fights in both divisions. It just depends what's there at the right time. Given the right notice, I'll fight anybody, you know. So I'm just looking for a couple of big fights now. Mentioned to you earlier about I wouldn't mind getting one more defence of the British to win outright, which would be very nice to keep, because it's genuinely my favourite belt in boxing. It's the especially if you're a British fighter, it's the one to have, obviously, and means quite a lot to me. I was saying someone the other day, because when I had it, it was the belt which Nick Blackwell held, and when I look at the belt now, his name's and his fight's still on it, which mean quite a bit to me. I like that. It's very good.
So are there any particular fighters you're targeting? I know you mentioned you've got a defence coming up, but ideally, I presume you want to get back to world level, or you're there, probably in the top 15 at world level now anyway.
Yeah.
Who ideally would you like to fight to springboard onto a world title fight?
I believe if I push for, I could probably get a world title fight now. I could probably get myself in the back door somewhere, but I said it wouldn't be bad for me now to have one more defence underneath Dom, a meaningful fight, you know, with him, and yeah, then we'll see. Like, I believe after my next fight, I should have a world title fight this year. I'm open to whoever that is. I'll fight any one of the champions.
What does it mean to you as well? I mean, your name now has been compared to guys like Tommy Farr, as famous Welsh boxers from the valleys.
Yeah, exactly. Tommy Farr, and he just lived 2 blocks down as well. 1 block down, actually, I'm lying. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, I don't think there's many people again who've won British titles well, one British titles from anywhere near where I am, or at least, although two British titles, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it means a lot really, and it's nice to have people seeing me as that that kind of public, you know, a bit of a big figure then in my area, do you know what I mean?
And we throughout this interview we've been interrupted a few times. Can you just bring in the little interruption? Just,
yeah, little pain. Myla, come here. Come here, babe. I want to, you know, provide the best I can for her and make her proud of me more than anything. Innit, babe? Yeah?
Myla,
Yeah.
what do you think of your daddy being a boxer?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know.
You're not sure?
She told me earlier she doesn't like me being a boxer,
No?
but she likes me as her daddy, she said.
No.
Innit? Do
Have
you like
you
me
got a
boxer?
good daddy, Myla?
Is daddy a good boy?
You are nice to meet you.
Of course I'm nice to you, because I love you, do I?
But you're not a good trainer.
I'm not a good trainer. Oh, okay.
Who's she been talking to?
Nice.
Who've we been talking to, Myla? Tell me what.
We're talking about Daddy.
So I'm not a good trainer, am I?
No.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
But you are my favourite Daddy.
Oh, you're lashing out.
So that's your inspiration, Liam, to
Yeah, of
fight
course.
and train hard and make the sacrifices?
Of course, it's like not just for her, but for myself as well. Obviously, I want the best. I want to do nice things, but you know, most of all, she's the main thing. Like when I, not even when I'm gone, but when she's grown up, like I can provide for her and give her everything she needs. And then when I am gone, she'll have all them good memories, be proud of me, and hopefully she'll have a good couple of quid left to her as well.
Okay, Liam, thanks for your time today, and good luck in the future, and catch up with you.
Thank you very much, Keith.
Sometime in the next few months.
Good man. Thank
Brilliant.
you very much.
Cheers, Liam.
Cheers, Keith.